All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Megalo Box, episode 12, the penultimate episode. We are going into the final fight.
Yep.
Yuri versus Gearless Joe.
Uh-huh.
We knew it was coming.
Eyeless Nanbu.
But yeah, and Eyeless Nanbu. Holy crap, that last episode. Yeah, Nanbu basically like went up 50 badass levels in a few moments. His basically sacrificing his ability to see, Joe fight, in combination with also kind of paying the debt to Fujimaki, but not really like paying the debt in the way he expected. More so, kind of like appeasing him.
So instead of bone stock soup, he's going to make like eyeball Jello or something.
Right. I think it's also more the thing that Nanbu is basically giving himself up for Joe's sake.
Yes.
Because this whole thing was because of Nambu's, debts and stuff.
That's true.
So
that is true.
He's probably saying like, yeah, now I'm blind. I will be, in servitude to you for a while. But this fight's happening.
It is.
And Fujimaki didn't, try to stop it or anything, so...
And Yuri's
going through a little bit of a crisis of conscience or identity or something.
Something that at least his dog is able to pick up on.
Yes. We went all in depth into
unsettling.
that into the last discussion.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen that, check that out. Because we think that he's not necessarily in a bad place... mentally, like internally.
But he's in a place where he's starting to question, which is something that Yuri doesn't really do.
Yeah.
So,
his character has been very simple up until now.
Yeah, he knows what he's about.
Yeah, and it's more like Joe has rattled him. So what will be the result of that? We'll have to see. And we'll get into the final fight of Megalonia. So without further ado, guys, let's get into this. All right, guys, we're going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 now. Yukiko? Oh, she's signing the contract deal for the with the military. Ooh.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
What is this beginning?
Is this the first time they haven't started with the traditional music bit?
Well, they're using different music.
Well, right, but
usually they start it with just kind of little things.
Well, the bit with the still image,
yeah, or recap, basically. Cool, having him in the glass.
Yeah.
Wow,
all those victory belts over there.
Yeah.
Our new dream.
Oh.
Whoa. No way.
Whoa. Yo.
Okay.
Holy crap. Holy crap.
So
how? It's integrated into his body.
Yeah. I don't know how that's supposed to happen. So watch.
Who's the mad dog really now?
Well, yeah. But now is it just? But now is it really Megalobox or is it just box? He's on the prowl.
I wonder if there's going to be a thing of where, remember how Joe had like an earpiece in his thing before? If Yuri ends up essentially getting like restrained and they're like, no, you have to wear it, and then they put a thing in his thing that's like controlling him. Like, it's a really dumb idea, I think, but they're like, no, you have to.
Well, yeah.
I don't think they would remove his choice in this.
Well, and Miss Shirato did not seem particularly bothered by it. Like she's like, okay.
She seemed kind of like, oh, why?
Right, but like she's a very level-headed person. Like I get the feeling she'll find some way to roll with it.
Whoo.
Here we go. Yeah.
Yeah, they always have it after the opening.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she's just shook.
She's like, I did not expect that.
Oh, that's the angle she's going. Wow. Yep.
He's just not that into you.
Whoa. Holy crap.
Okay.
Whoa.
Wow.
Dang.
Been waiting for that.
Yeah. Because it always seemed like it was her dream.
Right.
But
he was just willing to go along with her dream.
But we don't know why that was initially. Like, he talks about how much she's given her.
Whew.
Of course it is. Oh, okay.
I actually forgot about that.
Hey!
Yes!
Wow!
Yeah!
Aragaki, yeah!
Alright! Oh. Because he needs someone with eyes.
Yes, I'm so glad Aragaki is back.
Uh-huh.
And Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Alright.
Cool.
And him doing this is okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Right. Oh,
that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, his name is Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that he is.
Yeah. And you.
Yeah. Wow.
All right.
Yep. Okay. So is this Yuri? Okay.
It's surgery time.
This isn't Mikio, is it? Oh, it is
yeah.
Mikio. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he has changed.
Yeah.
Whoa. I like it.
Whoa.
Each fighter is getting help from someone in the past.
Yeah. Jeez.
There's no way Mikio's gonna do it himself.
Oh.
And how is he even gonna like recover in time for the fight?
Oh. Jeez, dude. Like, does he even have, like, skin underneath that?
I know, yeah.
Is he gonna need it, like, grafted in and stuff? Like...
Because, like, how far off is the final battle? Like, it's not far.
Here we go. Holy crap, guys. Like...
Okay.
Here we go. Oh. Thinking back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh. Whoa. Yeah.
Wow.
Cool. I think she already got that though, so
But it was conditional on Yuri winning.
Was it?
Yeah.
No, I think they said it was like the cherry on top, basically like the christening. So maybe you're right. Whoa.
Even after he took off the gear.
Oh. Oh. Jeez. Leap over the edge of death. Wow.
Yeah, that's a good point. If the finals are done between people without gear, that kind of gets rid of the whole idea of Megalo boxing and...
Whoa. So they have all the ammo they need.
Mm-hmm. So is she thinking of going public with this so that there isn't a fight?
Now that's true, but that's also your opinion.
Yeah. Will anyone care at this point? Like,
yeah. See, the contract isn't incumbent upon them winning. Or even the fight happening. And it's ultimately her decision. Wow.
Yeah.
She has so much power in this situation to decide how things go, but
but at the same time, she feels so powerless.
yeah.
That was a good transition.
Yeah. He can hear it.
Mm-hmm.
He's thinking back to the time he first saw Joe fighting in some like dirty, underground deal. He's like, oh, the guy's got a good hook there, or a good straight.
Man, the music in the show really is so good.
Yeah, it is. Buzz off, Pops.
You can tell just by hearing.
And they're like, whoa. Huh? Huh? All right. Let's go. Nice.
All right.
Oh, crap. My theory still has a lot of weight here. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh my god, that's Yuri!
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Yeah. Keep pounding your shoulders against the door. That'll make him heal much faster.
He's gonna pass out from the pain over and over again.
Oh yeah, sure.
See, I thought this was Nambu when he was drunk or something, but...
Oh.
Oh!
Whoa.
What a nightmare! Holy crap! Yo! The poor dog. Oh!
The voice actor, I just gotta say,
Doing a great job. Yeah. Oh my god. Jeez.
Well, the other thing is the reason he probably told him beforehand is because he figured he wouldn't have the willpower if it was offered to him in the heat of the moment.
Yeah. Oh man. Stand proud. You're my. Yep. Yeah. The minute she said Yushiroda's, I'm like, no, it's you're my future. Yeah, yeah. Oh, his voice sounds so ragged. Wow.
Okay.
Whoa. Wow. Oh. Holy crap.
Alrighty. Doggy.
I'm not whimpering. He's doing better.
My doggy senses.
Yeah, he's training. Holy crap.
That is madness.
Yeah. Doubt there's a fighter who can take his right and continue standing.
Yeah.
That was what took down Pepe Iglesias.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, just boom.
Oh. All the backstory. His hands are huge.
Huge, yeah. Wow. And she didn't interrupt him.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And she's leaving.
Ice Queen's back.
Wow.
Sure would have been nice to see the water beforehand.
Yeah. I knew he was jumping. Because they're by the bridge, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gotta feel so good.
He doesn't know how to swim.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Oh, she's here.
Ooh.
Whoa.
This is where she's gonna tell him. Uh-huh.
Wow.
Is Joe gonna be happy or upset?
Who knows? But, like, he's shook either way.
Right.
Like,
Okay, in that image, like...
oh,
Okay.
he's excited
All
now.
right.
Oh, yeah. Keep the raps
All
coming,
right.
Sachio. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Never really had a name. Naked and scarred, still a player in the game. He's coming up against the mighty king of beasts. Closing one, turning all corners into feasts.
Oh.
Silver hair flashing under moonlight. Retire undefeated, they say he just might. Still a pair of souls caught up in the same undertow. Now they're chained together, howling
Okay.
in the shadow. Type of envy, not something they'd wanna admit. One only way to deal with it is for both dogs to jump in the pit. Wow. Oh my god, this is so good.
The man from wilderness.
Yep.
Fearless and gearless. Huh. Full moon for two wolves.
Oh yeah.
Or wild dogs. Whatever.
They really know how to set the height
They do.
before the
They do.
fight, like, just
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
With all these little things that, like, you don't have to have, but they're just like, oh yeah, let's do it. Oh.
Looks so small when you see it like that.
Not dead yet. Holy crap.
Okay.
You know what? You know what's crazy?
Mm-hmm.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
What if I've been wrong this whole time and all the not dead yet stuff is actually Yuri.
The
reason to live,
like,
you know?
Yeah, it totally could be. And the thing is, they could do it for both. They could essentially have both end up dying, if you think about it. Not actually dying. But
I know what you mean. Yeah, but I have no idea. This was totally a transition episode.
Yeah,
but it was more than that because
done very well.
Because they have to make use of the fact that this is a one cour show,
right?
With a hyper focused story.
Well, and here's the other thing. This is essentially our first Yuri focused episode. We've gotten episodes with bits of Yuri.
It's probably going to be the only one, really. I mean, the next one has got to be
the two of them,
and the wrapping up of the show.
Right. Yeah.
So, whenever shows that are shorter, come towards their ending, it's hard to make everything cut and clean.
Yeah.
So I'm impressed so far with how they've upped the stakes again at the last possible second. Just whew. Good stuff.
Okay. All right. I would say they took the gloves off, but it was more like the arms and the shoulders.
And the back. And
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So,
realism of actually recovering from something like that and being in fighting condition aside in any reasonable amount of time.
Because they didn't say exactly how it was integrated,
That's
I don't
true.
care.
Yep. And they didn't say how long it was. I think they said 5 days.
Well, the point is, it's amazing. This is so freaking cool. As a way to make Yuri an interesting character beyond just kind of how Sachio is an interesting character, but making him an Aragaki level character, where it's there's some deep stuff going on there. This was stellar because I think that one of us, I don't remember who was, mentioned the possibility of him trying to find a way to fight gearless.
I want to say,
in the previous episode's discussion. We'll go back and check out that.
I would not put it past my crack theories.
We sometimes stumble upon the correct answer accidentally, but
right.
But holy crap,
that was so amazing. Because Yuri, as far as characters go, he was the very simple stoic type, and he owned it. He was very good at it, right?
He was the dog or the wolf, you could say, of Shirato,
exactly.
In the same way that Joe was kind of the mad dog, the
exactly,
the wild
the junk
dog, the junk dog, exactly.
So the fact that they basically brought this up as a way to basically add that bit of contradiction and everything to Yuri's character before the final episode is fantastic. I love it because it's basically so in these types of stories, right? Usually it'll be very clear who you want to win. Right? And then when you have a really good one of the things that they'll do is they'll make it so that you kind of want both to win. Right? And that just adds to the tension of everything, because when you want both to win, that also makes you really unsure of who is going to win a lot of the times, because now there's nothing that the story has to do as far as plot goes in order to still have a satisfying ending.
There are emotional beats that they will want to hit, but the actual plot relevant conclusion of the fight is completely up in the air. We are flipping a coin right now, folks, because when we started this show, we were like, okay, cool. Yuri and Joe are going to fight. We didn't even know he's Joe at the time, but they are going to fight at the end. That's just how it's going to be. We had no idea then who was actually going to win, but I think we figured it would be Joe.
And the funny thing is that now as time goes on,
we're even less sure.
Because oh boy, because there are so many different things they can do with this, because they could do the thing of Joe beats Yuri and Yuri's like, it was a worthy defeat, right? I gave it my all and we fought as true Megalo boxers, right? They could do the thing where Yuri beats Joe, right? And it's and he howls with victory and everything.
Yes!
And it's the idea that even though Joe didn't win, he won. He was the true hero. Yeah, he got here, won,
and he changed Yuri.
And he essentially, by doing so, changes the entire sport forever. I don't even know what Shirato Industries is going to do as a company. I don't know how much of their gross revenue is based on gear, but I get the feeling sales are going to go down a little bit.
Or maybe maybe the whole reason for Megalo Boxing's kind of advertising for gear aspect of it will change.
Right.
And will become less of a thing of necessarily who has the better gear, but whether or not who has the better boxer, or maybe how gear can help. Also, gear can be used to help boxers who have been injured.
Sure. Yeah.
Maybe they should go with that angle.
Yeah,
because
there's tons of things they can do.
One of the things I want to have happen is, this is kind of the ghost in the shell person in me, but I want Nanbu to have cybernetic eyes by the end of the story. Like have like a time skip thing where in the future Nanbu's like getting a new gym or something like that, and he has like cybernetic eyes.
I would also be up for just like a straight up visor, because actual fake eyes that can look really creepy.
It can look really creepy.
But but this fight is going to be amazing. And here's the thing: now either one could die.
Yes, that's the other thing. It doesn't matter necessarily who wins.
Right.
One of these people could die, physically die.
That's taking the idea of two possibilities, right? Because okay, you could have one win, the other wins. You could potentially have a tie. You could do that.
It's squared. The results are now squared, basically.
It blows up like crazy, because now not only could you have one win, the other wins, or a tie, you could have something where one wins, the other wins, a tie, one wins and the other dies, that one wins and the other one dies. I don't think they'll do something where they both die. but just like, things are up in the air right now.
Yeah. I did notice a little bit of a, like, I don't know how much this show wants us to read into like glances and stuff, but we know that Yukiko Shirato cares for Yuri in a special way, in a personal way, because they've grown up a bit together.
Yep.
And I do believe that there was some romantic or sexual tension in there. But I'm just going to say, I felt a little bit coming off of Mikio and Yuri as well. Just going to say.
Really?
Just a little bit. In that whole little thing of the cabin thing and that little...
That is absolutely what was on Yuri's mind while he was howling with pain and locked up in the back room.
Stop making this weird. I'm just saying that, like... I think that this was Yuri's episode.
Absolutely.
So all the characters that he is revolving around and bumping into their storyline are important to him.
Sure.
And I think it's interesting that because she wouldn't do it, he goes to Mikio, which I think makes sense story-wise, rather than having it be a nobody.
Right. It's the other person that has the expertise necessary to pull something like that off.
To do this up. Yeah, exactly. But I find it interesting that they didn't have a plot line in the episode. It might be just to save time, but specifically for him imploring with Yukiko to understand kind of how he did when he was like being cradled in her arms, like, please, you gave me my reason to live. Don't take it away from me now.
Well,
like that line was fantastic.
But it was amazing.
But if he tried to go that route before he had taken the gear off, I don't know. Maybe he would have been able to convince her to have it done at Shirato, and then it would have been maybe even easier.
Possibly.
And it would have been less painful. I don't know.
Here's something, though. I don't think Yuri was in a place to actually say that. And it was the fact that he was brought so low by the experience that he was able to actually, like, be that vulnerable in a sense.
Sure.
And in the same
brought
way,
out his truest self. Yeah.
Exactly. And in the same way, Yukiko, I don't think would have been able to either. In a lot of ways, it's a clever way of basically saying how true Megalo boxing, right?
Yeah.
There's all this talk of true Megalo boxing, and that's great as a sport, but how does it pertain to the characters?
Right.
In a lot of ways, Gearless Joe, by going without the gear, by going essentially naked into these fights, going vulnerable into these fights, he is also able to help the other characters by causing them to forsake their trappings, right? To also be vulnerable themselves. Characters that would pretty much never do that. Like these,
except for Glenn Burrows, because
sure, yeah. But Yukiko and Yuri specifically, what we've seen from them is that they're both cool, they're both level-headed, they're both stoic. And this is where a lot of that changed.
Because of the dramatic nature of this whole scenario.
Exactly.
Which, can I just say, like, the fact that Yuri had this much of a change in how he views kind of this upcoming fight.
Yeah.
This has been something that's been, like, like kind of itching at him for like since the very first episode.
Yeah.
But it's the kind of thing that it's a clever way to infer the growth being progressive, because Yuri didn't just wake up one day recently and realize this.
No.
This had been something that had been like, nagging at him like an itch in the back of his mind.
Right, and he wasn't quite sure what it was that he was seeing and thinking about and all that stuff, because it was a very like subconscious type thing, I feel like.
But as Joe kept winning and getting closer and closer, he realizes, oh my god, like the things that my trainer has told me, the things that like I like it's I
this
think
guy knows what's up.
Right. I think of it in a lot of ways. You're gonna laugh because we're going through Berserk right now. I actually see it in a lot of ways. So what happened with Guts. Guts started to realize that he wanted something different than
he wanted his own dream.
He wanted his own dream. Exactly.
Someone
This is basically the same kind of growth, but it was something that,
and it involved someone suffering in agony for an extended period of time, wailing at the walls.
Okay,
not the same character, but
okay, sure. I mean,
and there was someone with white hair, so
oh my gosh. No.
White hair and black hair, like, oh my gosh, it's all the same.
The point is, whenever a character realizes, I want something, I really want something, it's a great way for character depth to be added in. Because one of the things that characters can sometimes be written as is they're written as basically these kind of plot, I would say, celestial bodies. And a lot of things revolve around them, and they're the things that basically they've accumulated over years. It's kind of like space dust, and it's just kind of swirling around them.
Yeah.
But the thing is that they are locked in their orbit, usually. They can't choose to change their orbit unless something bigger moves into their path, so to speak.
All right.
So the way I see it is Yuri's just kind of revolving around Shirato, having a great time and stuff. Something else moves into it, and it just minorly shifts his orbit.
Right, and then he ends up spinning out of orbit. Yeah.
Well, but I think it's more than spinning out of orbit. This celestial body developed like its own desires.
Right.
And it went from being a loyal guard dog that revolves around Shirato to like, I will move myself intentionally, which is not physically possible for a celestial body.
The metaphor breaks
down there, but I want to say that that's important to say how dramatic of a shift this is for Yuri, in that his future was predestined by Grandpa Shirato. He was like, you are the future. Both of you are, but like, and for him to make this decision is basically the equivalent of throwing away all the good things that they've done for him, potentially, on just the desire of wanting to experience this one fight.
Right.
Like that's something that's so contradictory and so multi-layered that I'm like, I love it. I like Yuri's character in a lot of ways now more than Joe's character. Like that's like how much depth they just gave to Yuri now.
Yeah, and they were able to do it very quickly. It's a great way to do things. Like, I really want to make a joke about basically that Yuri has finally like gotten off the DM's plot rails. He's basically a player that's like, okay, this is what's set up. I'm going to do something different. The DM's like, no, don't do that. I'm going to do it.
Put some really high DCs in your path. Some really high encounters.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah.
You have to make a Constitution save. That's a stupid high DC. And he's like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to spend all my stuff and everything. I'm going to bring in old NPCs into this. And we're going to do this in a dirty underground, oh my God, you're really doing this. Nat 20.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, here we go. Throw out that old blade.
Right,
all that stuff. And the voice actor conveying the pain that he was experiencing.
Excellent.
Oh,
that was excellent.
My stomach quivered.
Yep.
There was a couple points specifically. I think it was the point where he was like writhing on the floor, and I realized that was Yuri.
Oh,
because the way they transitioned was a little bit curious. It was transitioning from Nanbu and Joe, and he was talking about how Joe might have been taking care of him all this time. I was like, oh, that's really good. And then they transitioned to someone that didn't really look like Nanbu, to be sure, but it looked like they were wailing as like a kind
realization
of like
something.
Well, right, but more of like a like someone who was like drunk. So I thought this was Nambu having an episode of like kind of what we did with Aragaki and all that. And I was like, oh man, buddy. And then it slowly dawned on me, oh my god,
Yuri.
This is Yuri.
Yeah.
And in that moment he did this like, ah! like he was like crying, whimpering.
Yep, and
whimpering,
and like screaming,
and screaming at the same time.
Yeah,
and that was just
wow.
Yeah. Wow. So, guys, Megalobox.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good show.
Or should we just call it Box now? Like,
I really don't like that joke.
But I mean,
the point is that Joe remembers a time when Megaloboxing wasn't just about turning your body into a machine, basically.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, right. And I think the whole Megalo thing is a fun thing to bring up, is that there's never a time where they call it Megalo gear. Like, remember that? Like, they call it gear.
Sure.
Megalo is just the mega crazy, name. It's a fun brand name to describe how big and bombastic the boxing thing is. But I think the gear thing is basically just a subtle world thing to show that Shirato has kind of a monopoly on
they have
on the way things kind of work for the boxers that will end up at the top of the
and here's the thing.
Stuff.
Here's the thing. This has set it up even better. So, and I kind of touched on this before, but the whole idea of Joe dying, right?
Oh yeah,
not dead yet. All that stuff. Gearless Joe.
Yep.
Having a character die, especially when it's the main character, you can do it.
Yeah,
you can do it. But the thing is, you need to make the death really impactful.
Yeah.
And in a case like this, what better way to make it impactful than to make it be that the nobody, the person who basically everyone said you're only good for taking the fall on matches, you can't win enough yourself, right? Not only dies, right, but the thing that ends up killing them, right, is as a result of the impact that they had on the number one Megaloboxer, Yuri, which as a result changes potentially the entire sport of Megaloboxing.
Okay.
And then suddenly it's not just this thing of, oh yeah, Gearless Joe, oh yeah, he was a great person back in his day. It's like, no, there's pre-Gearless Joe Megaloboxing and there's post-Gearless Joe Megaloboxing.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. I don't know because they brought up this twist that Yuri removed his gear and stuff. I don't really know about that theory really anymore because one of the things that I feel like this show shifted towards a little bit by having Yuri do this is basically showing the power of the main character is in how the other characters change because of his dogged persistence and basically just the simplicity of who he is.
Yeah.
So having him die is more important if things change even more for other characters, less so for the sport, I would say.
Sure.
So the characters that I think would change the most probably post like if Joe died. I don't really know who it would exactly be because they've all changed now so much.
So much that is there
anything left to change? I think it would really be Yukiko Shirato. I think she would be the final one to change the most.
Yeah, there we go.
So if they do it that way, I'm not actually interested in much as how he affects the sport, but more so on how he affects her as the CEO of Shirato Industries.
Sure. And that could be the result. That could be the thing that ends up causing the change in the sport.
Yes. Yeah. And then that makes perfect sense and stuff. But if that's the way they go with this, if this episode was a Yuri episode, I want this next episode to be a Joe episode.
Yeah.
I want it to be a 100% Joe episode, especially if he's dying, because he's gotten very little character depth.
In a lot of ways, we haven't gotten a Joe episode yet.
We haven't.
All the fights, they're focused on Joe and stuff, and that's great. But we haven't really gotten a Joe episode. They even showed Joe again as a kid here, and we have no context for that.
Yeah,
like we just know, okay, he's a kid.
Yep.
All right,
Let's say fantastic episode. They built up the presentation bit. They had another Sachio rap, which I'm sorry if you had to experience my cringe there. I couldn't help myself. I was actually feeling the beat and living it. I almost want to perform that. I don't know if I could because I think it sounds better in Japanese.
I'm sure that there is some kind of if you do some sort of anime karaoke, that is going to be one of the ones that's going to be like a new hit.
It was only 60 seconds long.
Yeah,
but that was fun. But
so
great stuff.
One thing that this is, again, wishful thinking.
Okay.
Maybe, possibly. We don't know. When they removed his gear, one of the things that I was wondering is, what is his look going to be post-gear?
Oh.
Now, they could keep the bandages. It makes sense that he has them right here.
No, they're not going to keep the bandages. If anything, he's going to have to find some way to probably graft a whole bunch of skin there. It's probably going to be a whole bunch of scars.
Well, see, that's what I'm hoping for.
Okay.
I'm that little part inside me is basically hoping that when they end up fighting, there's Joe, and Joe's got his scars and everything too.
Right.
And then there's Yuri, and it's just scar tissue everywhere, so that it almost looks like he's still wearing gear.
Oh.
Yeah. Gritty.
I didn't even think about the extent of it because. Here's the thing: we know it's not enough time for him to recover enough.
Right, exactly.
But technology, they could find some way to super, advance the process or whatever.
But they haven't shown that so far, so they probably don't know.
No. But the point is, it's not relevant to anything more than he's able to fight.
Right.
They're not going to have the story be like, oh, sorry, Yuri's just unable to fight,
or just not able to fight effectively.
Well, no. I could see that being a thing. Where his strikes and everything feel a little bit slower. He's just a little bit... Sure. He's not as good.
Well, yeah, because he doesn't have the gear, so...
Well, yeah. So there's that. And Joe's already fought him, so he know what his fighting with gear feels like. A little bit. Or at least looks like.
Right.
So what I'm very much looking forward to the idea of him having, a whole bunch of just... messed up, discolored, just...
Because
matted flesh,
Megalobox is all about that style, right? It's a
true.
Very stylistic show. It takes itself very seriously in that regard. So if we got something like that for Yuri, that could be so cool. They don't have to.
I feel like this is going to be a bloody match, though.
Yeah, probably.
Because here's the other thing: if he takes any hits, say. Well, actually, a lot of the places where the gear isn't where he would generally be taking punches. Maybe in the sides.
Well, and the arms for blocking and stuff.
The arms primarily right here, though.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. It went all the way up to his wrist. Oh, God, this is going to be disgusting.
So this is... So they built up in the opening that it's basically the junk dog and the wolf, right?
And you know what?
I'm wanting to see a full-on... bloody scrap fight.
No, but here I don't. Okay, take my thoughts with a grain of salt here. I don't know exactly how this whole healing process would work, but something tells me that what there would be this little bit of also puffy kind of flesh with kind of stuff. Pus and all kinds of other stuff.
Possibly
in there.
They can have it be however they want it.
They want it to be and stuff. Maybe it all they made it scar as fast as possible. Sure. But the thing that you remember how they did the sweat in the other
if they do something like that but with blood,
blood and
as he's getting hit,
stuff,
as he's getting hit,
bone exposed,
something where this is a mauling on both sides.
But I wonder if that's going to be the kind of thing that makes Joe
and then he looks at Yuri's the crazy look in his eyes,
rattled a little bit.
Or he's like, I'm not sure I want to keep fighting.
Yeah.
And then Yuri gives him that wolf look, or something.
Yeah.
And it's just no, we're doing this,
Oh, guys, I'm hyped. I really, in a way, I don't care who wins, but I also want both to win. So it's
I want it to be something where they're both they beat each other within an inch of their life.
Okay. Can we say right now there will not be a tie.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Like
no tie.
So you're not. Do we want to do a bet right here? Like,
what is it that you think will happen?
I don't know. Like, I was just wondering.
I don't really know either.
Okay.
The tie is
we're agreeing that there will not be a tie,
right?
Because I feel like this is the kind of show that's not going to be like everything is happy and wonderful and this all went out perfectly and no one wins because they both, grew from each other. Nah. Someone's going to be on the ground and it's going to hurt for both of them.
Yeah. But it will probably take more rounds than like most any fight.
Well, it doesn't have to actually. This is the last episode.
That's
true.
They
could jump around to a whole bunch of rounds and stuff, but I don't think it has to. I think that one of the freaky things is that I literally have no idea how this fight is going to go because certain fights with certain like boxing things like Rocky, for instance, is a pretty popular thing and stuff like that.
Sure.
You know when certain fights are going to go for a stupid long time because it's a Rocky movie.
Right.
In this, I haven't seen boxing anime ever, so like I don't know if this is the kind of thing of like, oh, it's going to go for a long time, or it's like this is going to be the most drawn out 3-round or 4-round fight ever, and then like a huge chunk of the episode is like post-fight just story stuff. There's so many ways
they
can do
basically
this.
took the table with the variables, the set board and everything, and they took it and they're like, all right, flipped it over.
Because freaking Yuri has grown tremendously, and I am so ready for this, guys. I am so very much ready right now. Like,
yeah.
Wow.
This next episode's going to be
and Aragiki's back. That's my last
that
thing.
That
Having
was
Aragaki
great.
come back with his trainer.
Like, they did not need to bring back the past characters and the past opponents, right?
But
they did,
we were like,
and it was fantastic.
We were like Aragaki, like, we really want him to come back. And we were literally like, having him like help with like Megalonia and stuff. And this is happening.
And they did. Yeah.
Yes.
Don't you love it when a story can basically predict all those things that you're like, wouldn't it be cool if they did this? And they're like, there you go.
There you go. And here's more. But wait.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Good stuff. If you want to see the next episode's reaction right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length reactions there. And all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us about stories or whatever. And if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.